Hi, welcome to Tyros Problem Solving Skills for Programming session. In this session, I'm going to discuss about how to solve a number series program by actually following the methodologies of problem solving. Let us take an example like a number series 1, 4, 27, 16, 125. So we are targeted to, for example, we are targeted to write a solution for this particular problem irrespective of any programming language. For the matter of fact, I'm actually using C# and Visual Studio environment here. You can actually practice the same program using C++ or C or Java or any programming language. So if my target is to write a program which generates a result like 1, 4, 27, 16, 125, I need to understand, oh, my program actually generates a number series. The first point. The second point is how these number series are actually generated, and there is a difference, there is a pattern, like there is incrementing from 1 to 4, 4 to 27, to 16 to 125. So to understand this pattern, we need to reason it again, and we need to find a reason like, oh, the first one is something like 1 cube, the second one is 2 square, 3 cube, 4 square, 5 cube. So identifying the pattern of the numbers is nothing but reasoning. So here we understood that every alternate item in the series has been cubed and every other alternate has been square. So the next step we need to understand is how to write code which generates for one iteration a cube value and for another iteration a square value. That means first of all I understood one thing. I need to run a loop which generates values from 1 to 125. And the second thing is, here the loop must increment the values. That means it should be a positive optimistic loop. The third thing is, here for every iteration, for example, for one iteration it is cubing the value and for the other iteration it is squaring the value. That means it is switching from cubing and squaring. So check this program. I have variables like counter val equal to 1, I equal to 1 and j, a helper variables. And I'm running this loop 5 times, whereas I need 5 numbers in this series. Assume that my loop iterates for 5 times, starting from 1 to 5, whereas I consists of 1 at this moment of time. For the first time, let us debug this program. Let us keep a debug at this point of thing, and let's run the program. For the first time, when my control comes to this point, I have value 1 in I. Yeah, 1 is less than or equal to 5, that's why the control came in. Now run the program. Counter val equal to, I have 1. If I mod 2, which gives a reminder of non-zero value 1, 1 is not equal to 0, that means this particular condition satisfies. Counter val equal to I into I. Yeah, for the first time I need to cube the values, for the second time square the values. That means for every time when remainder is not 0, for that iteration I am actually cubing the values. I consists of 1 into 1 has been stored in counter val, which is nothing but 1. If my condition in the if executes, statement in the if executes because of the condition, the else part will skip. So I'm actually outputting the value here and incrementing the value to 2, I value to 2. Again the reiteration of the loop. Now the value in I will be 2, 2 is less than or equal to 5 comes in. Counter val equal to I, 2, and I mod 2, 2 mod 2, remainder is 0, 0 not equal to 0, the condition goes false, goes to the control goes to the else part, because the second time I need to actually square the value. 2 into 2, 4 is actually assigned back to counter val. I am generating the 4. Next time I becomes 3, 3 into 3 into 3. Next time I becomes 4, 4 into 4 into 4. Sorry, 4 into 4 2 times. Next time I becomes 5. I is 5 mod 2, which is remainder not equal to 0, comes in. 5 into 5 into 5 is 125 stored back in counter val, and output the value I becomes 6, 6 less than or equal to 5. At this point of 6, condition fails and generates the output. If you check the program output, I do have a series of 1, 4, 27, 16 and 125. Let's come back to the program. Here actually the main component or the main area of this logic is we have a while loop which is generating a series for 5 iterations. For every iteration, for first iteration, it is cubing the values. For the second iteration, it is squaring the values. Third iteration, again cubing the values. I'm actually getting to know what is the, like, whether I need to cube or square by switching in a logic something like, if I mod 2 something like is not equal to 0, then I'm actually cubing. Obviously first is not, and the 1 mod 2 is not equal to 0. 3 mod 2 is not equal to 0. 5 mod 2 is not equal to 0, something like that. So like this, the first thing I did is I have observed what is the number series which I have to generate. Second point is I understood what is the reason behind it to generate this series in this pattern. The third thing is putting that reason, like at one time cubing it and the second time squaring it using a logic. For example, in this case it's a while loop, and in one iteration it is actually cubing, in the other iteration it is squaring. So whereas this code actually is the key code for this particular loop, and actually executed the result 5 times. The output is 1, 4, 27, 16, 125. Every time for everybody the code or logic need not to be like this. I'm actually not actually discussing here about the best practice to solve this problem. I'm actually trying to show you what is the easy way to actually solve a problem. If you have any queries, or if you find any other alternate way to easily solve this problem, you can post as a comment in for this video, so that everybody can see it and actually start a discussion on this. Thank you. Happy learning. Again, Shankar Manne from Tyros, trying to help you to learn programming skills as an art. Thank you.